Okay, so now we're going to teach you about using the blood warmer because we do have a few patients currently that are using this right now. So this is what your blood warmer looks like. You can get this guy from the BMT inpatient unit. They actually keep it in their med room. In one of the cabinets. You can have one of the nurses show you exactly where. Just make sure that when you're done with it, you take it back there, okay? So before doing anything else, you want to make sure that your blood warmer is ready to be used. On the back of the blood warmer is where the water goes, and this is actually what ends up warming the blood. It's hard to tell in the video, but you can see two lines on the back here, and one line is the minimum amount of water that you need in order to operate the machine, and then the top line is the maximum, so you don't ever want to go up above that. If you do need to fill it with some more water, there's a black cap on the top, and you just pop that off and fill it with distilled water, which you can order from PeopleSoft. Okay, so when you're ready to give your blood, the supplies that you're going to need are your typical filter and Alaris tubing setup. You also are going to need this special tubing that's exactly meant for the blood warmer. You order this from PeopleSoft. We, just because we've been using the blood warmer a lot, have been keeping an extra spare one of these in the day hospital med room in one of the drawers. But if you do use the one in that drawer, please be nice to the next oncoming nurse and order another one. We have the product number written right on the packaging that we use, okay? So to set this up, you're gonna go ahead and connect your filter tubing to your Alaris tubing just like you typically would with any blood transfusion. And then of course the end of this filter tubing is what will connect to your bag of blood. But what's different now is that you're going to add this piece to the end of your Alaris tubing. It's this really, really big, thick tubing set. But how it works is inside the thick tubing set is just more Alaris tubing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug this into the blood warmer, which is gonna heat up this water back here, and it's going to put the hot water in almost like a casing that goes around the Alaris tubing inside this. And so that's how it warms it up on its way to the patient. So to get this set up, your blood warmer is going to come with this orange key in place on the side. Kind of zoom in there so you can get a good look at that orange key. So in order to set this up, you're just going to remove that orange key, and there's two holes where the prongs on this thick Alaris tubing are going to plug into. It's a little bit hard to push it in there, and it doesn't really make a click, but you can tell once it's in there because it'll just, the tubing piece will fit flush in there like that. So this tubing, the thick part, is actually what connects to your patient right down here. And the end of it just looks like a regular Alaris tubing. From there, you just plug in your Alaris tubing to your pump just like you normally would, okay? And you're gonna program your Alaris pump just like you normally would with any other blood transfusion. The only difference is once you're ready to go and hit start, you're going to turn on your blood warmer. And my blood warmer is not plugged in, so let me plug it in real quick. So now that I'm plugged in, when I turn this guy on with this black switch right down here, the green light comes on and you can hear the machine kind of start to make a humming noise. And what that is doing is it's circulating fluid in through this big tubing now, which will warm the blood. And you can actually see it doing it, and the tubing will get warm.
The end.